Elon Musk plans to sue the Anti-Defamation League and possibly bankrupt them.
Mr. Reagan.
All right, guys, if you haven't picked up a Trump mugshot coffee mug or t-shirt, please go to my Teespring. The link is, of course, in the description below. All right, let's get into it. Elon Musk has declared that he is filing a lawsuit against the so-called Anti-Defamation League. He recently wrote in a tweet, "To clear our platform's name on the matter of anti-Semitism, it looks like we have no choice but to file a defamation lawsuit against the Anti-Defamation League. Oh, the irony." And then he wrote in another tweet, they would potentially be on the hook for destroying half the value of the company, Twitter, now X. And he writes, so that would be roughly $22 billion. Now, this is a huge deal for several reasons. But for starters, the ADL has been, it seems, the primary wellspring from which most of the censorship on social media sites has sprung. That is, of course, besides the censorship that is coming directly from the federal government. Now, if Elon Musk sues the ADL for the amount that he has indicated, it would, some have speculated, bankrupt and obliterate the ADL. Now, I'm sure other organizations will prop up. Probably other people from the ADL, the exact people, would probably create another organization, and it would be exactly the same in everything but name only. But getting rid of that brand, getting rid of that particular organization would be beautiful. And look, whatever your position on this, you gotta love the drama. Now, the left is going after Elon Musk hard after this declaration and after the Starlink decision regarding the Russian-Ukrainian war. Biden has continued his war with Musk and Tesla over Musk's refusal to hire auto union labor, which is a massive grift, by the way. Elizabeth Warren has called for an investigation into SpaceX, and U.S. regulators have recommended that Elon Musk be forced to testify in Congress about Twitter, now called X, because the company's environment, their corporate environment, is, quote, chaotic. So it may be that these leftists are, targeting Elon Musk primarily for, the Ukraine decision or his refusal to comply with Biden's obsession over union labor or his stated intention to free conservatives from the authoritarian censorship that plagues them on social media. But whatever the case, the ADL is certainly benefiting from this derision that powerful leftists have for Elon Musk. And I think that they are clearly pushing to further intensify that. And as a conservative, as somebody who has felt the sting of censorship myself for years, I, for one, desperately hope that Elon Musk does destroy the ADL. Now, look, as the ADL is a supposedly Jewish organization, anyone who takes a position against them will inevitably get labeled as an anti-Semite. Never mind that many critics of the ADL are themselves Jewish, but in spite of this danger, I don't care. I would love to see a censorious leftist organization with immense power, like the ADL. I would like to see organizations like that obliterated. And once again, it looks like Elon Musk is the man to save our civilization. I'm going to get into the details of this story in one moment. First, of course, I have to sell you something. Do you want to take control of your financial future, but you don't know where to start? Noble Gold Investments understands. Investing in precious metals may sound confusing, but the team at Noble Gold Investments, they make it easy. Let's hear from some actual Noble Gold Investments customers. One customer says, the staff answered all my questions and helped me every step of the way. Another says, no pressure sales tactics, just honest guidance. And finally, securing my future is less stressful thanks to Noble Gold's expertise. So look, don't settle for financial uncertainty. They will suggest options and see if you can diversify into gold and silver. Right now, Noble Gold Investments is offering a free 5-ounce silver America the Beautiful bullion coin for qualified accounts. Don't settle for financial uncertainty. Noble Gold Investments has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews. Why wait? Go to noblegoldinvestments.com right now, noblegoldinvestments.com, the only gold company that I trust. So as I said, the ADL hides behind its Jewish roots, insisting that any criticism leveled against them is an indication of some kind of anti-Semitism. Now, let me just say this clearly, because I think I represent a lot of people who, believe the way that I do. I don't care at all about their Jewishness. The ADL could be the most white Christian organization on earth, and it would not change my perception of it. I do not hesitate to criticize Joe Biden or Nancy Pelosi or Pete Buttigieg because they claim to be Christians. I criticize everyone I disagree with politically and politicians and organizations that I consider corrupt, regardless of any apparent similarities or differences from myself. But the reason I despise this organization is their partisan left perspective and the power that they have and that they have abused. In response to the Elon Musk versus ADL row, a gentleman by the name of Rabbi Michael Barkley tapped out an article entitled, "God Bless Elon Musk for Calling Out the Anti-Semitic ADL." And Musk responded to this article by tweeting, "The ADL pursues a far-left political agenda rather than focusing on combating anti-Semitism," which I think is exactly right. And then Sean Davis of The Federalist chimed in with a response that I thought particularly well put. He wrote, "The ADL has become little more than a Democrat super PAC that threatens and emotionally blackmails people into shutting down speech that's unfavorable to the ruling regime. Greenblatt," he wrote, "is little more than a DNC apparatchik." I do not know how to pronounce that word. I am clearly an ignorant rube. Jonathan Greenblatt, by the way, is the director of the ADL. That's why he singled him out in particular. Now, look, a lot of the ADL's leftist brutality was originally exposed by Dr. Joseph Mercola, who researched the group after being attacked himself. He noted that the ADL petitioned Twitter to ban all of Substack because of, anti-vax stuff that's posted to Substack. But they didn't just say, ban a few of the people that we disagree with. They were like, ban all of Substack. And then they've aggressively targeted the Libs of TikTok founder. Her name is Chaya Raichik. But here's the funny thing about that. She is Jewish. So an organization whose stated purpose is to protect Jews, they are attacking a Jew for having a divergent political view as them. Now, my friend Ashley St. Clair, she did a great video on this whole subject in collaboration with the BizPack Review. Let's watch a little bit of that now.
One of the most glaring controversies that the Anti-Defamation League has faced over the past decades is, ironically, defamation. Former U.S. Congressman Pete McCloskey was one of the individuals who felt the sharp sting of the ADL's false allegation. In 1993, the ADL settled a lawsuit with the Quigley family, and the family was smeared as anti-Semitic. The ADL has even gone as far as smearing Chaya Raichik, an Orthodox Jewish woman who founded the account Libs of TikTok, threatened to smear the entire country of Iceland as Nazis if they did not adhere to their demands. In 2020, the ADL launched the Stop Hate for Profit campaign. This campaign called on businesses to pause their advertising on Facebook. The ADL made a similar move in 2022, calling for a full advertiser boycott of X, formerly known as Twitter.
The Twitter user Kanako the Great posted a video in which he noted, according to the ADL, the numbers 1 through 11, 109 and 110, 12, 13, 13 and 52, 13 and 90, 14, 14 and 23, 14 and 88, 18, 21, 22, 12, 211, 23, 23/16, 28, 311, 318, 33/6, 38, 43, 511, 737, 83, and 88 are all hate symbols. Remember, kids, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. And the ADL said it was a hate crime. I thought that was a very good tweet. Anyway, but look, this is pretty crazy, right? The ADL, I suspect, they list these numbers as hate symbols so that they can claim anything is hateful. Whether somebody is a hateful bigot or not, they can just claim it and say, look, they use this number, it's proof. So, you can see how shady these guys are. The journalist Brian Fail wrote a fantastic in-depth article about all of this at townhall.com. And in that article, he makes an interesting observation. A lot of prominent conservatives are backing Elon. A lot of people on Twitter and in the media, we're all backing Elon, even though traditionally conservatives have been very shy about criticizing groups that might label them as bigoted. And in his article, Brian specifically refers to Matt Walsh, Jeremy Boring, Dinesh D'Souza, and Charlie Kirk. And he writes, mainstream conservatives have long feared being called racist. And I really think there's something to that. I've always said exactly what I think without compromise. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm too optimistic or a little naive, but I always put it out there and I let you guys have a go at me and tell me when I'm wrong. And that's fine. I'm okay to be wrong from time to time, but I'm always going to tell you what I think. I'm always going to say what I believe the truth is. But a lot of conservatives are afraid of damaging their image, right? Damaging their brand. And just being labeled a bigot. I know I'm not bigoted, so I will say what I think about any group there is. Give me a group, and I will find a reason to criticize it. Except Eastern European women. They are just genetically superior, obviously. But here's why I think Brian Fail's observation is so profound. The ADL, they must be really bad. If an organization that claims to defend the victims of hate and claims to go after bigotry and hatred, if that group is so bad and has corrupted its stated position so dramatically that famous people are willing to risk being attacked as bigots, well, that organization has surely become utterly corrupt. Now, oftentimes these big public rows end up with one side relenting and everybody kind of going along their way. And I imagine that the ADO will relent in some public way. They'll say, oh, okay, we're going to stop telling people to stop advertising on Twitter. And then Elon Musk, I think he'll cancel the lawsuit. I don't think he's going to go through with it. But the ADL, if this happens, I think the ADL will still be working behind the scenes to destroy Elon Musk, to destroy X, and they will continue to inhibit Elon Musk's ability to make X profitable. Now, I hope not, though. I hope that Musk does go through with this lawsuit, because it's not just about X. It's about the stranglehold that the ADL has over all the social media companies, over all the media, and even over politicians. I want to see these leftist bullies eviscerated. And I think, once again, Elon Musk is the only man who can do it. Now, before I go, I would just like to say 76, 24, 89, and 2. I have no idea what those numbers mean, but I'm sure they are hateful and bigoted. And don't forget to buy one of my beautifully designed Donald Trump mugshot t-shirts and mugs. I know that there are a lot of these around, but look at my design. It's beautiful. My brother wore this shirt to the state fair, and like I said, he got bombarded with compliments. And again, okay, it's only one woman, but you know what? I'm sure everyone else was thinking something like, wow, that shirt is awesome. And they'll be thinking that about you too if you buy one of these things. And it helps out my channel. So, whatever. Buy one as a gift for your friend. Anyway, link is in the description below. All right, that's it for me. And remember, it's not that our liberal friends are ignorant. It's just they know so much that is not so. Good night, guys.
And it's been said if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours, history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening.